Two giants of the French game experiencing differing fortunes this season met at the Groupama Stadium as mid-table Lyon took on runaway leaders Paris Saint-Germain, but it was the hosts who opened the scoring. A brilliant ball from Bruno Guimaraes releasing Lucas Paqueta, a Brazilian firing past Keylor Navas into the bottom left corner, celebrating in style. A fifth assist in all competitions for the Brazilian midfielder, allowing the Brazilian striker to notch up his 7th league goal of the campaign, as PSG conceded the first for the 9th time this season. Lyon set about starting the second half just as they started the first, with Dembele breaking free but was denied what would have been a 50th Ligue 1 Uber Eats goal by the strong right-hand Navas. And Colin Dagba then on hand to block an Aouar shot immediately afterwards, the Parisians hanging on in a game that was slipping away from them. But then, as they have done so often already this season, the league pace setters showed why they're out in front, conjuring an equaliser just when it seemed most unlikely from an unlikely source in substitute Thilo Kehrer, whose shot somehow found its way into the back of the net. The German defender's first goal for almost 2 years, his last coming in a win against Nantes back in February 2020. Mbappe with a late free kick. Great effort, only the woodwork for the second time in the game. 1-1 the final score. After an impressive opening first half to their Ligue 1 Uber Eats campaign, Nice had the chance to extend their unbeaten run on the road to 6 matches in all competitions when they travelled to face a Brest side fairly content in mid-table. It was the visitors who opened the scoring, with Kasper DOLBERG drilling one from the edge of the area and finding the bottom corner. It's a 5th of the season for the 24-year-old Dane, which is his 2nd since September. Les task was made much trickier when Morgan Schneiderlin received a straight red in just the 20th minute, but after withstanding pressure for almost an hour, Amine GOUIRI picked up a loose ball and feathered through ball for substitute Andy DELORT, the striker keeping his cool and slotting underneath goalkeeper Bizot in the 79th minute to calm Nice's nerves with his 8th of the season. And then with Brest throwing everything forward in the final minutes, a counter-attack for the 10 men, having notched up his 5th assist of the campaign, GOUIRI deciding to do it on his own, making it 9 that he's finished himself with a stunning strike to wrap up the points in stoppage time. So a 4th consecutive win for Galtier's side, which moves them back up to 2nd spot. Struggling Bordeaux welcomed Marseille to an eerily quiet stadium for the first Ligue 1 Uber Eats match of 2022. They hit the self-destruct button as keeper Benoit Costil's attempted clearance fell straight to the feet of Cengiz, the Turkey international keeping his cool and finding the bottom corner for his 5th goal of the season. A moment of madness from Costil, perhaps showing why Bordeaux have the worst defensive record in the league, but good composure from ÜNDER, taking it past the scrambling defenders. The keeper would do his best to make up for his earlier error, denying ÜNDER a brace with a good strong hand down to his left, but comfortably keeping the hosts at bay in the final stages for a 1-0 win, ending a 44-year wait for a victory away at Bordeaux. Lens took on a Rennes side still punching above their weight in 4th, who had lost their last 2 Ligue 1 Uber Eats games, and Corentin Jean fought a decent save from Doan Elimdar, and Loic Bardi there with a crucial block to deny Kalimuendo on the rebound. Plenty of pressure from the hosts, but still no goal as the young keeper showed his worth, and Rennes held firm. But then finally in the 89th minute, having been on the pitch for just over a quarter of an hour, super sub Wesley side with a deft touch at the near post for his 5th goal of the season. After 7 games out with a muscle injury, the 26-year-old clearly delighted to be back on the pitch and now in amongst the goals. So a win that moves Lens up to 6th and within 1 point of Rennes, who carry their worrying dip in form into the new year. Monaco began life after Niko Kovac with a trip to Nantes. The Croatian dismissed on New Year's Day after an underwhelming campaign. Philippe Clermont, the man, chose to turn things around, and Sofiane Diop with an early chance, but his strike straight at Albon Lafont. And then a chance for Nantes. Sebastian Corchia chipping a free kick into the box. Pedro Chiarovella firing in a fierce low shot from the edge of the area, drawing a good save from Alexander Nubel, with the Germans' defence there to deal with the rebound. It's Monaco with the best chance of the game though late on. Substitute Myron Boadou with a great first touch, with the second crucially just wide. So 0-0 at the final whistle. Not the worst start for Clermont. A great performance from his goalkeeper, but certainly work to do for the Belgian. The Derby de l'Est awaited Metz in their first encounter of 2022. It was Strasbourg who opened the scoring though. Jean-Ric Bellegarde producing a teasing cross, and who else but Ludovic AJORQUE to power home a header from point-blank range. Into double figures now, that's his 10th of the season. Combined with his 5 assists, that's not far off half of Strasbourg's goals that he's had a hand in this campaign. His second came late on, AJORQUE involved again, his header across the box put in by Jean-Eudes. First goal of the season for the midfielder to wrap up a third win in 4 games for Julian Stéphan's side, move up to 7th in the table. An important clash near the bottom of the table, Clermont took on REIMS with the sides sat in 16th and 14th respectively. The hosts reduced to 10 early on but still threatened, Jason Bertomeu with a long-range free kick. The visitors finally making the most of their man advantage, finding Alexei Flips unmarked, but the midfielder fluffed his lines, let off for Clermont. And then Jodel Dosu twisting and turning in the box, forcing another save from Rajkovic. Half-hearted appeals of handball before the ball broke to Dosu again, produced an almost carbon copy of his previous effort. Final score a frustrating 0-0 for both sides. So match week 20, only 9 goals scored across 7 games with 3 postponed. A home win for Lens and away wins for Marseille and Nice that keeps them tied in 2nd and 3rd in the league table. The pair still 11 points behind Paris Saint-Germain at the top though, a 5-point gap back to Stade Rennais and Montpellier in 4th and 5th. Lens and Monaco 1 point back in 6th and 7th, an incredibly tight table. SAINT-ÉTIENNE, whose game was postponed, now 4 points adrift at the bottom, and METZ joining them in the bottom 2 after their loss to Strasbourg. Next week, potentially a full set of games, Nice opening against Nantes, PSG playing Brest on Saturday, Philippe Clermont's second Monaco match will be against Clermont, and Marseille and Lille will see off the weekend.